2022 Specialized Tarmac Crux Comp in a size 52, weighing at 19 pounds 7 ounces, and in kilos 8.82, 8.83 kilos. Stay tuned after the video where you're free to buy some test, and also I'm gonna give you guys a little heads up on the Tarmac SL7 recall. All right, guys. Hey, how's it going, everyone? GC Performance here, back with another video. Today I have you guys this beautiful Specialized 2022 Crux Comp in a size 52. Retail on it is $4,200, and as you guys just saw, it weighed in right around 19.5 pounds. One of the better bangs for the buck out there. It is $4,200. I'm gonna show you guys the specs on the bike. This is in their carbon smoke, so it's like a matte carbon up top. Has these two little stripes, and it fades into a little bit of a darker black, but it looks really clean. And then it also comes in another color as well. But I'm gonna go over all the features on here, tell you what you guys can kind of upgrade on their bike to make it a little bit quicker, but also the steps you have to do that as well. So starting off with the top end of the handlebar, it's a Specialized aluminum handlebar, 31.8 clamp, with the kind of their gravel bar set up, a little bit wider stance. There is some flare out there as well to make it a little bit more stability. Going to the shifters on here, we have on here SRAM Rival mechanical. It's 11 speed in the rear, 1 in the front, hydraulic disc brakes, and you just have your regular quick tap shifting. Very reliable, very easy to use. It's a nice group set on there. Hydraulic lines right here. Our one gear shifter is here, well right here. Stem on here is just a normal Specialized stem. Basically just a normal Specialized stem. I don't know why it took so long to say that. We have the Specialized logo in the front. Going down to the fork, we have here a little minimalistic Crux logo. And then on here, we have the new tire fit frame. They can fit on here a 700 by 47C tire. What comes stock on this right now is going to be a Specialized Pathfinder 700 by 38C tire. You can also throw a 650B wheel on here if you want to as well. You can do a 650B by 2.1 as well if you want to do single track. But this bike can take up to a really big tire. So the Crux was known as a cyclocross bike. Now it's a cyclocross gravel bike, but a very, very functional bike, and there's a lot of options to it. So it's a very lightweight, one of the lightest weight gravel bikes out for the money for sure. And then you get the option to run a little bit of a more of a elongated fork, more slacker head tube, a wider tire, all this stuff like that to make it super lightweight, minimalistic, and it can just go for days. So really nice bike on here is for sure. Pathfinder Pro tire. The wheels on here are going to be a DT Swiss G540 aluminum wheel with regular DT Swiss hubs on there as well. A lot of people, what they probably are going to do is going to buy this bike for $4,200, then maybe upgrade the wheels with their Tear C wheels for $1,000. The only thing you have to take into consideration is that this is a SRAM XD driver in the rear for the cassette hub. So when you buy those wheels, you automatically have to spend an extra $100 to make them SRAM compatible, because all these bikes are SRAM, and for some reason all the Tear wheels are Shimano. So you have to buy a different free-up body on there. Keep that in mind when you do that. So the wheels automatically become $1,100, and the Tear CLs automatically come $1,500. So keep that in mind. The wheels are tubeless ready. They come with the valves, and then the tires are tubeless ready as well. So all you have to do is just upgrade those. You have on here the very similar Athos skewers, a lightweight skewer. We have a SRAM Rival rotor, 160mm in the front with a center lock, and a SRAM Rival flat mount disc brake right there as well. We have on here a little 3M tape, a little bash guard to protect the bottom. And you can see on there we have a extra place for a water bottle cage just in case you need more hydration. These new frames are threaded bottom brackets as well. So it's a threaded bottom bracket. This is a GXP. So keep this in mind as well. The experts and the pros and the S-Works are all dub bottom brackets. Because this is Rival mechanical, this is going to be a GXP bottom bracket because it's a thinner spindle to fit this crank, to fit this group set. No difference. You can throw a dub bottom bracket on here. You just have to get a dub crank. So just keep that in mind. This is a GXP bottom bracket. This is a GXP crank. A little bit cheaper stuff because of the fact that this is a Rival mechanical. So just keep that in mind. We have our exposed port right here for our mechanical cables. We have on here our Fact Carbon 10R, and the 10R frames will be from the Comp to the Expert to the Pro. The only one different is going to be the S-Works on there. So keep that in mind. Water bottle cage here, water bottle cage here. We have our UCI logo right there, and our 52 right there as well. The crank on here is, like I said, the SRAM Rival 1x. We have a 40-tooth chainring with the SRAM X1 chainring, and then the chain on here is going to be a KMC 11-speed chain. This bike can put on a front derailleur braze on a mount, but the bike does not come with that, so you would have to upgrade that braze on adapter as well in the future if you wanted to do that. We have a little bit of a rubber elastomer right here, or I'm sorry, rubber protection guard right here for the chains, for any chain slap. Going to the rear, we have our exposed rear derailleur housing, our SRAM Rival 11-speed rear derailleur with our clutch system on there as well. And then the cassette is actually a Sunrace cassette, an 1142. I wish it was a SRAM cassette, but beggars can't be choosers. A little bit cheaper of a model, but I wish it was a SRAM cassette for sure. And then the wheels in the back are going to be the DT Swiss G540, same as the front. And you'll have a full free of body sound test in a little bit, where you guys will hear that. And then the tires are the same tire on the rear that's on the front. It is the Pathfinder Pro 700 by 38C tire. These are tubeless ready. The bike does come with the valves as well, so keep that in mind. And then going over to this side over here as well, you can see here we got these different colors, the black to the gray to the black. With our SRAM Rival flat mount disc brake right here, our Athos through axle, and then the 160mm center lock rotor as well. A lot of people have been saying this is pretty much just a Athos road bike with the gravel tires on here. Yes, it's pretty much wider clearance in the bottom right here, a wider fork. People say you can just buy an Athos and swap out the fork. That is not true. The geometry is different. The frame was made to take wider tire clearance, but they took that same technology they learned from the lightweight Athos and they just applied it to the Crux to make it a very fast cyclocross bike. You're gonna see a lot of people in the UCI using these things to race cyclocross. It's probably gonna do really well. I mean, well, obviously it depends on the rider, but to have a really light bike and a really fast bike is gonna be a huge plus. Seat post on here is going to be their gravel specific 27.2 carbon fiber Revol Terra seat post. And then the saddle that comes on here, sorry I'm losing my voice, specialized power saddle 143 with a little cutout for blood flow, but a very nice bike on there. So tape that comes on all Specialized bikes now are the Supercast Cush tape. Very comfortable, nice tape. So like I said, if you want to do some things to lose weight, I actually had a customer bought this bike. He wanted to put on the carbon wheels on there, but again, they weren't in stock, and I didn't have the XT drivers in stock as well. So he wanted the CL wheels, but we will get some of those in soon. And then he wanted me to throw on a dub crank as well, or a dub bottom bracket, just because he wanted the fact that he thought it was gonna be a little bit better. But keep that in mind, if you do buy a different crank, like a dub crank, if you want to just put it on a little bit nicer, a lighter crank, you do have to change out this bottom bracket as well, because this is for a GXP. Carbon bars, the Terra bars are very hard to get. They're very far out. I think they just made them specifically for this bike. We should be seeing them soon, but you cannot upgrade the Terra bars because they don't have them available yet. But if you were to buy the comp, I would just say get a pair of carbon wheels. They have the Terra C's in stock. They're $1,000. They'll make the bike lighter, more compliant. A little bit deeper dish will be a little bit better for riding as well. And you'll have a nice setup there for $5,200. But that's gonna do it for this video, guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video, and thank you guys so much. Bye. All right, guys, so Crux Comp 2022, free out body sound test on these DT Swiss G540 wheel set. Here it comes. That is one of the nicest things I like about that mechanical one by that Rival group set. I know it's cheap, just cost-wise, but it is very efficient and it just stays in gear so nice. It doesn't pop off. It works really well. It does what it's supposed to do. Really nice bike for the money. $4,200. Crux Comp 2022. Have a good day, guys.